Hello Seesaw teachers, this is Marie Henderson. For this video I'm going to demonstrate how to find an activity in the activity library and then edit that activity so it can be shared with your students to more effectively meet their needs. So I'm here in my Mrs. H math class and I'm going to click the plus sign and I'm going to go browse the activity library. Typically there's something that someone has at least gotten started with that I can use to assist my own students. So for this we're going to look for some fractions, and there's an activity here where students can tell the difference between fractions and non-fractions, so that will meet my learning objective for my lesson. So I'm going to click on that activity, open it up here, and if you click the heart it will be added to your library, and if you're so inclined you can add it to a collection, but I don't need that for the moment. So then I'm going to go here to my library and open up the activity, and here in the bottom right corner you'll see three dots, and we want to copy and edit the activity. Alright, so they've given some instructions here which are fine, but because my third graders haven't used Seesaw enough yet, I want to be more specific than these directions currently are. So I'm going to move them down so I can continue to use them, but I'm going to give some numbered steps here. Because I've used Seesaw from the student side, I know that when a student accesses an activity, that the first step is always for them to tap Add. And you'll see that when you go work as a student here in a future tutorial. Okay, so I know that they're going to tap Add. Seesaw has shortcuts that we can use to make their buttons show up on our activities, and I will share this link in the footnotes of my video. So when I want the Add button to show up, I do colon, the word Add, and another colon. So back over here, I'm going to do colon and Add and another colon. Okay, so they need to tap Add, and then because I know that some of my students haven't used Seesaw enough to be familiar with the features, and also other features have changed recently, I want to give specific instructions here. In the new release of Seesaw, there are a lot more functions and a lot more options for helping students show what they know. So I'm guiding them here to using the pencil, pen, highlighter, magic marker along the bottom of the screen, and though this part has stayed the same, the color adjuster is still along the side. I'm going to go ahead and make note of that here as well. And then using part of the directions there that were already given, we want students to circle the shapes where the shaded part. I'm actually just going to copy and paste the rest of this here because we do want them to remember this. Do a little bit of scaffolding here in case students have forgotten since the lesson itself. So then for step number 4, I also want students to explain their thinking. So I'm going to have them tap the microphone. So there's a microphone feature in Seesaw that allows them to record their voice over the top. So here's that microphone. They're going to see an icon that looks just like that on their screen in Seesaw. So if I can get that to show up here in the instructions, again using this shortcut. So colon, mic, colon, and record a short explanation of why you chose to turn something in Seesaw. We always tap the check mark. So tap and the check mark. Let's find that over here. Looks like this. So we've got the colon, check, colon. So tap check, colon when you're ready to turn in your work. Okay. So now I've given some more specific instructions and I can get rid of these instructions. Alright, the next tool I want you to make note of here is this one where you can add voice instructions, and you can just read the instructions you've typed over the top there, so anyone who's not reading proficiently or who is unsure of a word that you've written here can have that voiceover as well, so they can be clear as to your expectations. I don't need to add a multimedia instructions or example for this one because it has this template already which shows them where they're going to draw. So I'm going to save what I've done, and now you'll notice that those icon shortcuts I typed show up here as images, and now I am ready to share this with my students. So I tap the share icon, and this was for my math class, and I want to share it with that class. So now I can go view the activity here in activities in my class, and it's ready for my students once they get joined to my class. As always, if you have questions or need additional assistance, please don't hesitate to email me. Thanks, and have a great day.